Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. Friends, this is Pratik Srivastava here, and today we are going to discuss TCS new variants of question, and the question was asked on 5th of December 2021. So friends, in India or outside, there is only two changes are happening frequently. One, Corona is coming with the new variant, and TCS is coming with the new variants of the question. So now TCS has also included trigonometry, and also there are different kind of statistics problem which we are going to discuss. Okay, so trigonometry now it is going to ask more, and other variants also we will discuss about that. So like omnicorn, we have trigonometry here and other aspects of the question, so we will be able to see in this particular video. Now question number one, so which among the following is an irrational number? So if you do not know trigonometry, now please start learning. So tan 45. So the value of tan 45 will be what? So the value of tan 45 will be 1. Okay. Then the value of cos 90 will be what? So cos 0 will be 1. So cos 90 will be 0. Okay. So first let us get the value. And then what is sec 60 degree? So cos 60 will be 1 by 2. So sec 60 will be 2. And then what about sine 60? So sine 60 will be root 3 divided by 2. Now they're asking which among the following is an irrational number. So it is very clear that sine 60, that means root 3 by 2 will be a irrational number, and that's what you had to take in the exam. So with the introduction of trigonometry in TCS examination, now you also need to put effort on trigonometry. Now how will you learn all this question? Who is teaching? So friends, we at Online Study for You, right? So where we are solving TCS and other IT companies previous 10-year questions, we are also doing the recently asked question. So if you can see aptitude and reasoning live classes 9, where I have discussed the questions which was asked on 5th of December. I will also what I will do, okay, so there is no option to make it free, otherwise I would have done that. So you can see all the questions which has been asked recently also, we are doing it. Otherwise from where you will read this, and it's not easy to solve the questions as soon as it comes in the examination. Okay, now the point O represents 0 on a real number line on which A, B, C represents 1, 2, and 3 respectively. If BC is divided into 4 equal parts by the point PQ and R, then is located between. Okay, so again you can see this is again a different variant. Okay, so omnicorn, whatever you say. So again different variant of the questions are coming, but no problem. So friends, as you know, so we have this XY axis, right? Okay, so we will consider only one axis here because we have the positive value, so we will take the positive value here. So just to understand that how these things will be coming up. Okay, now so the point O represents 0, so 0 will be here, and then I will consider 1 is here. I'm giving some gap so that I will be able to write it down, and then 2 will be here, and then 3 will be here. So what they're saying, so the point O represents 0 on a real number line on which A, B, and C represents 1, 2, and 3. So this is nothing but my A, this is nothing but my B, and this is nothing but my C. Okay, respectively. If BC is divided into 4 equal parts, then point PQ and R. Okay, so if BC is divided into 4 equal parts by the point PQ and R. So let us see. So see 2, 2, 3. That means total 1 point is there. So 1 if we'll divide in 4 parts, that means 0.25. So if we'll divide in 4 equal parts, so 1 part, 2 part, and 3 part. So the next part will be 2.25, then it will be 2.5, and then it will be 2.75, right? Okay, so this is divided by PQR in 4 equal parts. Okay, then what they're asking, actually this data was missing when I copied. Then a square root of 6 is located between. Okay, so then a square root of 6 will be located between. So a square root of 6 was missing here, so you can just add it in the question. Okay, now so what will be the value of a square root of 6? So a square root of 6, I can write down a square root of 2 and a square root of 3. So now you should also know the value of square root of 2 and a square root of 3. So it will be nothing but 1.414 into 1.732. You will be having on screen calculator. If you solve, it will be around 2.44. So now you can see here that 2.44 will be in between P and Q, right? So somewhere it will lie here. Okay, so in between 2.22, 2.25 to 2.5. So you can say it will lie between P and Q. So option 3 will be the correct answer. Okay, so the questions are simple, but when we look at the question and when it is a different type, a new introduction, then we think, okay, what is this, right? Okay, next. Now friends, question number 3. So question number 3 is again a different variant of the question, where you have to find if the variable x is unimodal, bimodal, trimodal, or multimodal, that is neither bimodal nor trimodal. See, forget about the question. First, you should know what is unimodal, what is bimodal, and what is trimodal, or what is multimodal. So I'll just give you one example and then we will try to solve the question. So suppose here if you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so suppose this is our height. Okay, and if we'll talk about the frequency, so suppose 1 has appeared twice, 2 has appeared once, and 3 has appeared once, and 4 has appeared once. So you can see, because 1 has appeared twice, okay, so there is only one number which has appeared twice, so this will become your unimodal. Okay, now same if you take 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 has appeared twice and 3 has appeared twice. So now this will become bimodal, because there are two numbers are there which has repeated most number of times. So this will become bimodal. Now if we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. So suppose 1 is appeared 3 times, 2 is appeared 3 times, 3 is appeared 3 times, and 4 is appeared 1 time. So this will become trimodal. Okay, so this will become trimodal because there are 3 numbers are there which has appeared, okay, more than more number of times, or you can say it has appeared 3 times. Okay, so this is your trimodal. And multimodal means, suppose if more than 3, so 1 has also appeared 5 times, 2 has also appeared 5 times, 3 has also appeared 5 times, 4 is also, so all the numbers are appeared more than a times. Okay, then this will be your multimodal. Okay, that is neither bimodal and not trimodal. So now for this question also we have to do something like that, and this is obviously time taking. So variable x takes integer from 0 to 15. So if you put f of 0, then it will become 17 minus 0 into x plus 4. So 0 plus 4. So 17 4 will be 68. Then if you put 1, then 17 minus 1 will be 16, and 1 plus 4 will be 5. It will be 80. Then if you'll put 2, so 17 minus 2 will be 15, and 2 plus 4 will be 6. So it will be 90. Then if you'll put 3, 17 minus 3 will be 14, and into 7, it will be 98. Then if you'll put 4, then 17, 4, if you'll subtract 13, and 4 plus 4 will be 8. 13 8 ja 104. Then if you'll put 5, 17 minus 5 will be 12, and 5 into 5 plus 4 will be 9. So 12 9s are 108, right? If you'll put 6, then 17 6 are 11, and 6 plus 10, it will be 110. If we'll put 7, then 17 minus 7 10, and 7 plus 4 will be 11, 110. So you can see 110 has appeared twice. Now if you'll put f8, so 17 minus 8 will be 9, and 8 plus 12, so 108. So 108 has appeared twice. So again 108 has appeared twice. Then f9, so 17 minus 9 will be 8, and 9 plus 4 will be 13, 104. So again 104 has appeared twice. So already it is trimodal now. Then f of 10, so f of 10, 17 7, and 10 14 7 and 98. So here you can see f of 10 is nothing but 98. So 98 also repeated twice. So this is a multimodal, that is neither bimodal nor trimodal. Okay friends, it will not be decided on these values. It's not like if it is repeated twice then it is bimodal. No, because only one number has repeated, so it will be unimodal. 2 numbers has been repeated, bimodal. 3 numbers has been repeated, trimodal. More than that will be repeated, will be your multimodal. So these are all 3 questions where different type of questions where we saw starting from trigonometry. So friends, now if you want to prepare for that, do not delay. Okay, so join our classes, and all the new variants of the TCS NQT questions, I will solve it for you guys, and you will be aware and your preparation will be better. So just have a look at the question, try to understand where TCS is heading, and accordingly we will prepare. Thank you. Take care. All the best.